Hey guys, okay, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm making homemade peach cobbler crumble. This was basically an alternative for me because I felt like having peach cobbler, but I didn't actually have the crust and I didn't feel like going to the store neither. But I promised myself that I was gonna make it when it was cold, so I started thinking of alternatives that I could use instead of the traditional flaky crust. And I was like, oh my god, graham cracker crust. So and then I thought about, dang, so what's gonna go on top? But I also thought about, all right, so let me do the little graham crackers, but just on top. So you're gonna see me make it here. So that's what you see me doing. Okay, y'all, I ain't gonna front you. This recipe was homemade, something I cooked up in my little bitty brain. So you can adjust it as you please. If you do adjust it, let me know so I could try the adjustment. I'm gonna give you a couple of adjustments that I thought about making after we made it. It was delicious, but it was a bit sweet. So my advice to y'all is, what you're gonna see me do is put a lot of brown sugar. Don't put brown sugar in the crumble, just put it inside the graham cracker crust. Okay, so that's how the graham cracker crust should look. And you basically just crumble it up inside a little bag. If you don't have one of those great value or hefty Ziploc bags, you could put that stuff inside a Walmart or leftover grocery bag and pound it up with a big spoon if you don't have a pen roller. Okay, so I pre-made the graham cracker crust. So what y'all see me doing right now is making the crumble. But the crust and the crumble, making them is literally the exact same thing. The only thing is you're going to put more butter in the crust. So with the crust, you're going to put about 5 teaspoons of butter, and you're going to have 9 whole graham crackers. That should cover your whole pan. 9 whole graham crackers. You can bump it up to 12 if you want a thicker crust. But if you don't want your crust too thick, then just use 9 and scrunch them up and put them in a bowl like so, like how you see me doing. And then what I got inside the what I got inside the saucepan is melting butter. Okay, so you can melt your butter and then put it to the side, but don't let it sit too long because you know it'll solidify again. So you want to put your butter in when it's a little bit warm. Okay, so and here you see me adding the cinnamon. I just eyeballed the cinnamon because it just gives it taste. You don't have to add the cinnamon if you don't want to, because everybody knows this is, and as you can see in the background, I got honey made, and everybody knows honey made is already naturally sweet and tastes like cinnamon already. And you can even get the cinnamon kind if you want. So what I'm about to do right now is I'll put a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. If I'm correct, I think I put like 5 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to cut that down to 3 because it was really sweet. And if you got diabetes or if you got a real big sweet tooth but not that big, you don't want it too sweet. So instead of doing 5, do 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And you could just do like a little sprinkle of cinnamon. What I did was I mixed the dry ingredients together at first, as always. And then I put my wet ingredients when I was ready to mix my wet ingredients in. And I want to let y'all know too, like I said, this process was something I cooked up in my little bitty brain. So if you see me doing something and you're like, oh, hold on, I'm going to change that, go ahead. Be my guest. This recipe was delicious. I would definitely make it again. It was sweet enough. When I handed it to my toddler, he said, this is delicious. And he had the whipped cream on top. He said, let me try it with the whipped cream. He said, this is delicious. So it's definitely good. The recipe can be tweaked a little bit. I don't mind, and I'm sure your family won't mind either, because it's gonna be delicious, the bomb either way. But so yeah, you basically just see me mixing the dry ingredients. Oh, okay, so like I said earlier, this is me making the crumble. When I was making the crust, when I added the butter, what you're going to do is, once you add I might do a video of how to make the crust, but once you add the butter to it, you want to make sure you don't put too much butter, so that it doesn't fall apart. You want to put just enough butter so that it sticks together when you put it inside your, that little circular pie pan thing. You can have a regular pie pan. I just use one of those homemade ones, which you'll see. I just use one of those store-bought ones that are like reusable, which you'll see later on in the video. Okay, so this is the graham cracker crumble. It's all ready. Okay, so as you can see, I
Yeah.
didn't put a whole lot of butter because it's supposed to be a crumbly type texture. So as you can see, it does look a little crumbly. So I feel like I did a great job with that. Um, with the part with the butter, I think I put 2 tablespoons of butter in the crumble. So I did 6. No, there's 8 in each pack. So I did 2 packs. I did the little half pack. So there's 8 in each pack. So I did 2 packs. So I did no, there's 4 in each pack. There's 4 crackers in each pack, and I did 2 packs. So that's 8 graham crackers for the crumble, and then 2 tablespoons of butter. So that's not a lot of butter because you don't want it super soft. You want it like kind of like crumbly, crunchy kind of. If that makes sense. Okay. So this part I sped up because, I mean, as we all know, you basically open the cans of peaches and then you put the peaches in the saucepan with the brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter, and then you let it cook down. Okay, so the only thing I would say about this is I only put syrup from 1 can of peaches. I didn't put all the syrup from all 2 cans because I felt like that was kind of a lot. Because when you bake peach cobbler, that's what solidifies the syrup. But since we're not baking this, what you're going to see me do later on in the video is add just a little tiny bit of heavy whipping cream, which thickened it up. Which thickened it up a lot really good. So this is me basically cooking down the peaches. And later on in the video, you guys will see me add heavy whipping cream. And then that's basically it. You let it cook down after adding just a tad bit. I would say add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, depending on your pot. If you got a bigger pot than this, add 4. If you've got a small pot just like this, add 2, because you don't want a whole lot of heavy whipping cream. Okay, and I poured out some of my syrup. I didn't show that part, but I poured out some of my syrup. So the heavy whipping cream. So I wouldn't have to put so much heavy whipping cream in there, and so that it could so they could cook down a little bit faster and a little bit better. Because I was kind of on the time limit. But so that you can see it here cooking down. You can see the smoke flying everywhere. I got the fan on, y'all. So you can see the smoke flying everywhere. It's basically all cooked down here, and this is the part where I basically add the whipping cream and then just let it cook. So this was super easy. I'm sorry if me explaining it sounded a little bit confusing. I'll put a better description inside the comments, but yeah, that's basically it. It's super easy, just like peach cobbler is super easy. Like I said, I pre-made the graham cracker crust. If you want to buy already pre-made graham cracker crust, that's fine. I'm just the kind of person who likes to do things from scratch. So I made my own pre-made graham cracker crust. But this recipe was super easy. It was delicious. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And like I said, it's something that I came up with off the top of my head. So I don't mind if you tweak it. That'll be super cool. If you let me know if you tweaked it and if it tasted a little better than the original. But hope you guys enjoy it. And see you guys later.